In this video, I'm going to show you how to make easy, quick, and simple basing for your miniatures. So one of the first things you need to decide when you go for a basing scheme is what color and texture you want the base, and is it going to complement the model or is it going to stand out and be apart from the model? So for my orcs here, the Beastnagger boys, you can see I painted an orange, green, obviously for orc, and a red scheme. So I want my base to be kind of muted. I don't want it to detract from the colors. I want the people looking at the model to look at the model. Don't look at the base, look at the model. Whereas, for example, a different scheme, cow that I worked on the other day, because they're narratively camouflaging with their terrain, I painted the base almost the same color as the model, as if the stealth suits and the suits here, well, this is a crisis suit, is trying to blend in with the terrain. So we're going to go through here. We're going to paint a muted gray, almost granite style terrain for these orcs. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our Vallejo Earth Texture Acrylic. This stuff is amazing. It is way cheaper than Citadel's terrain paints, and it is far easier to work with. So we're going to take this, we're going to apply it to the base, and we'll go from there. So first things first, you apply this stuff like a paint. So you see in here, it's kind of halfway solid. You just take a brush, take it there, and then you place it on the base like this, and you just keep going around until all of it is covered. Once you get coverage, you let it dry. It takes about 30 minutes to about 50 minutes to dry completely, and then we'll move on to the next step. Any brush size will do, as long as you don't mind it being old or used brush, because the bristles are going to get bits of sand, paint grit in them. So take an old brush like I have here and apply it all over your base. So here's where I would have filmed myself applying a contrast paint, in this case Citadel Contrast Black Templar paint, to change the color of the Vallejo Earth Acrylic to the color I want for the base. So I wanted it black. I applied Citadel Contrast Black Templar paint, and surprise, surprise, I forgot to film it. As well, the next bit of the video is moving to a Squig Hog Boys base, just to show the ability to dry brush without the model getting in the way. With the Black Templar contrast dried on the base, you can see we've got mostly a black color. There's some opaqueness here where the paint doesn't go all the way through to the earth texture Vallejo, which is fine. But next what we're going to do is we're going to pick out these raised edges on the base here using a dry brushing technique. We're going to use Citadel Dawnstone. Dry brushing is very easy. If you've never tried it, you take some paint on your brush, any old brush, makeup brushes work as well. Wipe it off on paper towel. Make sure you don't have a lot of paint left. You get very faint bits like that. And then you take your brush and you lightly brush over the raised edges. What that does is catches the paint under those raised edges and gives you whatever color you've been dry brushing. So for this, I'm dry brushing that gray to pick out the raised edges, give it a bit of contrast, and also kind of give it a dusty granite type texture. So you see, you pass your brush through, it starts to pick up all those raised edges. And then you do that for all the bases you want. And now, as we've done that, you can see there's a bit of contrast there. So next what we're going to do, take some Baden Black, just go around, pick out anything that's earth textured or anything else on the rim, repaint the rim, and that'll be your base. So with the bases painted, or the rim of the bases painted black with the Baden Black and some dry brushing, you can see the contrast on the high parts. It's a quick and easy method. You can apply it for a variety of projects. It doesn't have to be black, it can be tan, it can be anything. The key being that cheap Vallejo earth texture, whatever kind of color closest to your project you want, followed by some paint, followed by a bit of dry brush, and you got a quick and easy base. If you want to take it to the next level, you can do something like this, add some a little bit of decorations, flowers, skulls, grass, mud, whatever you want, and some pigmentation to the base. That's kind of the next level. But this is a quick and easy way to do a base for an army project. Well, if you've made it this far, thank you for watching. I'm happy to share the hobby with you. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, leave a comment. I'm happy to engage with anyone in the comments below. And as you can see here on the screen, paints used. Again, Vallejo Earth Texture Paint Sand. Some contrast paint. For this one I use Black Templar, but you can use whatever color you want to tint it. And then I dry brush some Dawnstone. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.